In this video, we are going to be ranking every season of Fortnite I have played, starting with Chapter 2, Season 7, Invasion. This was actually, this is the first season I played, obviously, and I gotta say, like, the vibes when I started playing, like, I knew nothing about the game, and everything was new. I don't even remember my first game, to be honest with you, but I do remember, like, the tiny bit of that season that I did play. It was like absolute like peak. Like, it was so fun. So I'm gonna put this one in peak. All right, moving on to the Cube season. This was the second season I played, and I remember like just the vibes also with this were just crazy because like I remember everyone was so hyped. Like, people were getting ready for the new chapter, and like I remember some people saying chapter 3 was canceled and there would be another season after this, but obviously that didn't happen. And I really like the weapons in this season, like the cube weapons. Also, the caretaker, that was so cool. And like the entire live event, like the chapter finale, that was like amazing. I know people hate this season, or it's not perceived very well, but I gotta say this was a near perfect season. Chapter 3, Season 1. I think this is Fortnite's like second prime is what people say, or third prime. This, for me, this was amazing. Like, I can't even lie. Like, this was the best season I probably ever played in Fortnite. And I know it's kind of crazy to say that because obviously I'm not like too OG. I mean, to an extent, I'm an OG because like Chapter 2, Season 7, I played back then. So, yeah, brand new map, which was amazing. New weapons, new mechanics like sliding and sprinting. Yeah, the battle pass was amazing. So I'm gonna have to give this one on a peak because it was just hands down best season I played. Moving on to the Resistance season, or the war season with the IO. I thought this one was cool. This is when they introduced Zero Build. I kind of liked Zero Build at first because back then I was playing on Switch and it just felt like a lot easier, you know? Yeah, Battle Pass was okay. I liked with the war thing, like the territory that spread, if you guys remember that. It was pretty cool. I think we had to like get territory. Oh yeah, there was the blimps and there was like those event things that would come up, the world events. The live event was very cool after that. Like, you got to go in the mech, but sadly, I didn't actually get to do that one. I had to watch it because I was like in the car on a trip, so that sucked. But honestly, I would give this one pretty good. Like, it wasn't the best, but it was still pretty good. Now, Chapter 3, Season 3, the vibin' season. Again, like, the vibes with this was vibin'. Vibin' was vibin'. I gotta say, like, it was summer. It was my first summer that I played Fortnite. Um, it was just, yeah. I liked the new biome, like the mushroom biome and the tree. I thought that was really cool. It was like a chill season. They added the baller, um, the rave cave. That was pretty cool. I'm gonna have to give this one also pretty good. Now for the next one, the Chapter 3, Season 4, Paradise. I have mixed opinions about this one because I felt like throughout the season, obviously, like the chrome spread all over. I felt like I got kind of sick of the chrome theme, if you get what I'm saying. Like, it just made the map feel kind of ugly and repetitive when you just see like the gray color. Yeah, live event was horrible. Worst live event in Fortnite history. Um, Most of it was just a cutscene, right? Um, yeah, wasn't very good. I'm gonna say it was mid. I mean, they were trying to like build something up with the storyline, but it didn't really go anywhere. All right, Chapter 4, Season 1. I don't really remember what this one's called, but boy, I remember this was like this was like probably my personal opinion for like the second peak. it was just so good. Brand new map entirely. Like the fall biome was so good. The map was vibrant. The battle pass was amazing. You got the castle POI, the medieval theme. It was really cool. I really liked that season and that chapter entirely. They added motorbikes. That was cool. I know everyone was like getting excited for that. Yeah, the guns were pretty cool. Brand new loophole. I'm gonna say this one was nearly perfect. All right, moving on to chapter 4, season 2. This one I also really love because you got the cyberpunk theme, obviously, like the mega city. The weapons were fun. I really like the new like Japanese part of the map. It was super cool. The grind rails were fun and that lock-on pistol. I remember there was like a few events that season. They had like the Attack on Titan, and they had like all those mythics. Other than that, I can't remember much from that season, but I just remember it was pretty good. I'm gonna give it a pretty good. Moving on. This one, a lot of people don't like, and there's many reasons for that. They added the jungle. You know, at first everyone thought it was super cool, but then they added like the hornets and the wasp nest, and no one liked that. And also, like, the jungle was just such a hassle to like go in and then get out of. The grind vines were cool. They added back the dinosaurs. Mammoth pistol, which is one of my favorite pistols in the entire game. It's like really good. Does a ton of damage. Battle pass, it was okay. It was like the summer season, so they had some summer themed skins, but it wasn't the greatest. And then I also remember they were trying to have like storyline implications with like Sloane. She came back. Yeah, it wasn't that good. So I'm gonna say no season in Fortnite is garbage. Like, obviously it all has the same kind of gameplay loop, but like in comparison to every other season on this list, I gotta say it was not good. I'm gonna give it garbage. All right, the next season, Last Resort. I have like this one, I don't remember much. I just remember, you know, they added a few mansions, the rocket ram. It was kind of, it was okay. It was like this another spy season, which they already had so many. They added Kabi LeMay into the battle pass, which is kind of weird. Like, I remember people just were super upset about that. Yeah, it wasn't the greatest season, although I did like the vault mechanic where you could like steal the mythics. I thought that was pretty cool. I'm gonna give this one a mid. Moving on to the first OG season in Fortnite. This one, it was great. It was only like a month long, I think. Everyone got back on Fortnite. Like, they even put in my school announcements or something. They're like, Fortnite OG is coming back. Yeah, it was good. This was like really good. Although some people were upset about the map like not being correct or something, but I didn't even play back then. I thought it was fun. Everyone thought it was fun. So I'm gonna give this nearly perfect. All right, moving on to chapter 5, season 1. This is when they introduce the whole metaverse thing, like rocket racing, the music mode, whatever, and also like Lego Fortnite, I think. They had a Peter Griffin, and one thing I didn't like about this chapter entirely is just the art style. It felt like they were going too realistic, like hyper realistic, crazy graphics, and like insane detail, and it slowed everyone's computer down probably. I know it did for mine. It was an okay battle pass. I liked the mythics, and I really liked the medallions. Those were probably the best part of the season. It was like a brand new mechanic we've never seen before. Yeah, really fun season. But Also, that's like when they redid all the movement, and people were saying some pretty wild stuff about like the movement and the designers of that. I didn't really care that much. I just thought it felt pretty slow, and I wasn't used to it. You know, I'm gonna give this one pretty good. Like, it wasn't the best, but it also like wasn't mid. Because looking back on it, it was pretty fun. Moving on to the myths and morals. This one, it was pretty fun. I remember they had like all the Greek stuff. They had the lightning ball, the underworld part of the map. Pretty cool. But around this time in Fortnite, in like chapter 4, there was basically 0 live events. Well, actually, there was like a mini live event with the hand and the chest. That one was actually, I gotta say, that was so cool. I think I actually have like a recording of me like going into a game and like trying to shoot that box down. And I also remember like everyone would just kill you when you tried to do that. But yeah, that season, it was okay. It could have been better. It had some pretty cool weapons and stuff, but yeah, I would say it was mid. Like, I might get some hate for that, but it wasn't the best. Moving on to the wrecked season. I know a lot of people at the time didn't like it, but now people looking back, they thought it was like pretty fun, chaotic, and I agree. At the time, like, it felt like it was too much, like, kind of overstimulating in a way, because you couldn't really have a normal game. If you remember, like, everyone was in a car. That was like the meta. You just stay in your car the entire game, get it fixed up at like one of the gas stations, and just like shoot all the missiles and stuff out of the car. I liked it though. The desert was cool. I liked the car car mods, car modifications. That was awesome. Megalodon, that guy, just the average Fortnite villain. They try to like hype up this villain, and then they just like disappear the next season. You know what? I'm gonna give this one pretty good, which I also might get some hate for, but you know, it was fun. All right, moving on to the Absolute Doom season. This one, it was good. I liked some of the mythics, like the War Machine's Arsenal and the jetpack. That was really fun. Like, fun movement. I'm pretty sure there was like a live event with like the rig place or whatever. It was like blew up. I remember I saw that. That was cool. Battle Pass was okay. It had like the weird Jonesy skin, the Jonesy Captain America, the Peely. Yeah, wasn't the greatest, but I did like the one Prison POI. If you guys remember that, it had like Emma Frost. Overall, I would say this wasn't the best season, so I would say mid. It was mid. Let's be honest. It was still fun. Like, any of these, they're still fun, you know, but just not the best. Moving on to the Chapter 2 remix. This one I actually really enjoyed, but this one for some reason felt like it went by way too fast. I don't really know why. Probably because it was just a month long and everyone was just excited for Chapter 6, so people didn't remember it as much. But they had like Snoop Dogg, Ice Spice, which that was just, come on, Fortnite, what are we doing? And they had Eminem, so it was pretty cool. They also had the Juice WRLD live event, which was awesome. I like that. I went to that. And then there was also the end of the season live event with like Snoop Dogg, like the big concert thing. That was actually really cool. I can't lie. Yeah. I also remember like the one glitch with the cars where you could like jump up super high. I couldn't actually like get that to work, so I never actually got to do that, but it looked pretty fun. And yeah, the season, it was pretty cool. I'm gonna give this pretty good. Moving on to the Hunters season, I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. I liked this one at first, you know, it was pretty cool. The Japanese theme, the sprites running around the map, the bosses were pretty cool. I really like the island that spawned in with the boss. Except like every time I tried to fight the boss, of course, someone like teamed me. Cool battle pass. I like the Hope skin. That was a good skin. I like the map. It's cool. I like the one like purple biome or whatever. But of course, I had to get rid of that the next season. So I think I'm gonna give this one. Near perfect. Like the weapons were fun, like the Hollow Twister AR, I think that's what it's called. Yeah, it's pretty good. Alright, then there was Chapter 6 Season 2, which was the Lawless season. Another heist season. Like at this point people were just sick of it because like we kept getting it over and over again. They brought back Midas and like some other skins. And of course they had the Fortnite villain, like whatever his name was, like the wolf guy. Yeah, not much to say about this season. I guess they had like the Dilbits currency and there was like the black market. That was kind of cool, I guess. I didn't use it that much. Yeah, wasn't the best, so I'm gonna say this season was mid. Alright, for the next one, it was like the Star Wars season. It's like the first mini season I'm pretty sure we had, like halfway through a chapter. I'm a big Star Wars fan. You guys might not know that, but I like Star Wars, and I mean, I can understand the hate for this season, because like obviously if you don't like Star Wars, you're not going to want to play this. But for me personally, I liked it. I thought the weapons were fun. It's kind of cool to not have to worry about ammo for once. Lightsabers were brought back, and they added like a ton of new Star Wars guns, like the shotguns and the SMGs. Live event was cool, but of course I wasn't at my house. Like, I always miss these live events, guys. I swear. I'm gonna try to stream the upcoming one though. But yeah, for this one, it was okay. Pretty good though. Yeah, it was the battle pass. It was mid. I'd give the battle pass like rating probably mid. It could have been better. They had like Poe Dameron. I'm thinking General Grievous. Some other characters, I think. Yeah. I'm gonna say, like, you guys are gonna hate me for this, but I'm gonna say near perfect. Like, hate me all you want, but that's my opinion. I love Star Wars. I also thought the vehicles were really cool, like the X-Wings and the TIE Fighters you could fly. I had some dog fights, I remember. Moving on to the superhero season. This one, also pretty mid, pretty unforgettable actually. I only remember a few things, like the synth power or whatever, and the superhero POIs. But yeah, other than that, like, pretty forgettable season. Like, I know it was just last year, but really not that good, to be honest with you. Not much to say about it. Yeah, I would say mid. Moving on to the bug invasion season. This one also didn't really play that much. I do remember though, like, they had the Halo skin. It was like the Helldivers theme, kind of. Bug invasions, war, I guess. At first everyone thought it was gonna be like another alien invasion season, which would have been so cool, but of course it was just more bugs. Yeah, the live event at the end of this, I'm gonna say that was amazing. I have a recording of it on my channel. I played through it. If you haven't seen the event before, make sure to go check that out. I'll have it in the link. I'll have the link in the description if you want to see. It was a really cool live event that led into the Simpsons season, so yeah. Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the end of the Simpsons season, but pretty much the same thing. I'm gonna give this one a mid. Like, it wasn't the best. The bugs got super annoying. I remember, like, there was the bosses, and then they dropped medallions, but then they just got rid of that like halfway through the season instead of nerfing stuff, which is kind of kind of weird, kind of like ruined it. Yeah, moving on to the next one, we got the Simpsons season, the mini season, if you call it that. This one, I gotta say, I really love this one. Like, I'm not the biggest fan of the Simpsons. I don't really watch it, but I know about it. I know the memes. At first, I thought this season was gonna suck because it's all like cell shaded, and yeah, I just thought it'd be super weird, you know, being in Springfield. But I do gotta say, I really love this season. Like, everything about it, just the aesthetics, the smaller map, the windows were super cool. You could like break through them, and I actually predicted that those would come to like normal battle royale in chapter 6 or chapter 7, and they did, so that's pretty cool. And yeah, like I said, the live event at the end was really cool, and so was like the mini events that they had every week with like the video. I thought that was really cool. And yeah, really fun season. Battle Pass was pretty good. I gotta say, this was a near perfect season. I remember like all my friends got on, we played it together. It's pretty fun. Alright, now moving on to the Hollywood season, chapter 7 season 1. I remember this one was super hyped up. People went to like an exclusive event and they like leaked it, and everyone thought it was fake because like it didn't look very good. It just looked like chapter 5 all over again. And it was an okay season, you know. They revamped some things like the UI, a few other things, like self-revive, the drivable reboot vans. I thought it's okay, but the season itself, it was just like very bland. I felt like it didn't really have much content besides like the first few updates, and yeah, after a while it just felt kind of stale, if you know what I mean. I thought the wingsuits were pretty cool, but yeah, honestly, I'm gonna give this one pretty good because it was pretty fun. Yeah. Also, the Winterfest was pretty mid, in case you were wondering. I do care very much about Winterfest. That's like probably, like, if the Winterfest is good, then the whole chapter is probably gonna be good. Like with chapter 4, that Winterfest was really good. Same with chapter 3. Yeah, and those were great chapters for the most part. Moving on to the war season with the 7 and the Ice King. That's the one we're in right now, or if you're watching this a little bit later, that's the one we just had. Yeah, you could like choose between the 7, the Foundation, and the Ice King. I obviously chose the Ice King because, come on, it just looks way cooler than the Rock, you know. Pretty fun season. I like the rivalry things. It was fun. You got like the credits. They're probably gonna remove it next season, which kind of sucks because it was fun, you know. It was kind of like bounties. I hope they at least bring bounties back. But the battle pass was good, actually. I liked it. Ice King was cool. The Foundation was okay. Got some other cool skins and stuff. The map changes was pretty cool. I like that they added like the snowy biome, you know. I was missing those for a while because like they haven't had one in a while, a couple chapters actually. So I thought that was pretty cool. The castle or fortress, whatever, reminds me of Brutal Bastion from chapter 4, which I love that POI. And yeah, overall, pretty good season. I'm actually gonna say it was pretty good. So yeah, and that's it for now. We're all caught up. So yeah, if you guys enjoyed this video, enjoyed this ranking, let me know in the comments below. Like, tell me what you guys think about my opinion. If you agree, disagree, just let me know in the comments. Make sure to join my Discord server and subscribe with notifications because I'm gonna be trying to upload more because, you know, it's summer now. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.